Security is always topical, and it's something that we need to really look at from a risk-based perspective. I don't think it's enough to just look internally, but those conversations allow you to really tap into the details and the nuances of security. One of the key aspects we're talking about is identity, which speaks to not just your technical aspects, but your people as well. There's culture, there's all these elements that you have to think about beyond just saying, I've covered my systems, but how do I make sure that we bring the people along? It's complex, right? I don't think we ever have the right answers. We need more conversations around it. I don't think we've ended the conversation, but we've started it off. And what I also appreciated is the fact that we had both private and public sector. And actually just shows you that we might have the same security issue, but the cultures, the environments are so different. And although they are different, you can also actually apply it in your environment. And I think it's also important to really align with your peers in the industry to understand what they're doing and to really bounce off your strategy and your roadmap of how you are addressing security in your organization.
You sometimes think you're battling with certain things, and you listen to other people, you think you're actually making good progress and they're still battling. It's a journey for everybody. For us, it's only fine to be a small company, and you need to service the company in terms of the business users, but then also the technical support and also the remote. And to be quite challenged that within a single person, there's different levels of authorizations and privileges that got in. How do you manage that? Because it's always audit findings. So how do you mitigate that? How do you track it? How do you review it? How do you make sure there was nothing illegal happening? For us, it's also to become more proactive. So we're changing over in that from a reactive to a proactive stage, and it takes time.
I'm happy to attend this kind of event to have a view and understanding on the user ecosystem. How do we audit the people that enter and exit our environment, including also to look at the privileges to say, if we give certain people rights to one system, are they still accessing the same thing? Or now they're accessing what they're not supposed to have access to? There are tools out there that we can look at and utilize them to address, even though it's not going to be the full automated system, but at least it can assist us up to about 60%.
We are on a cloud journey ourselves. And the issue of identities, especially where you have the cloud, you have the on-premise environment and some legacy systems, is quite topical right now. I think it was a very, very educative and informative session, and I sincerely benefit from sharing the experiences of the cloud. At times, all you need to know is that you are not on this challenge alone. Sharing those experiences actually helps to enrich the discipline of cybersecurity in the long run. And also having a partner like your BeyondTrust telling you of what their technology can do, what it can do. It's one of our key technologies in our environment, so it will also help us to understand exactly how do we get around this problem.
What I've picked up from most of the discussion there was about the challenge of not automating the resources and all the accesses in the cloud. So you learn a lot from others, and people, not that they unpack everything from their organization's perspective, they unpack things from their experiences as well. As I'm here, I'm not talking about my organization, I'm talking about my experience, and I'm learning from others from their level of experience regarding the cloud resources, and engaging with peers. You really grow and you start to see things from a different perspective.
So I think in terms of the many problems, statements that were mentioned today, is that how people are struggling with implementing privileged access management. Many companies are still doing it manually, where they go through access logs of people leaving and joining manually, which is very tedious. So I think with BeyondTrust, it is a solution that can assist you in automating that particular process in terms of you identifying which privileges people need to have within your organizations from which department and on which particular applications. Very good group of people, knowledgeable people who had the sessions. I think for me, I'm more inclined to learn more about identity and access management. It's a very interesting field in cybersecurity. Not many people focus on this. So I think for me, I'm keen to learn more about it. I'd be willing to attend many more of these sessions.